going on, everyone? Welcome back to the ZHP Garage. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Master mechanic right now is working on the engine for the 65 Nova, but we're gonna get more into that later. First, we're gonna go into some interior work because we're gonna be fully gutting the interior because we have to get to the floorboards and some other things that we need to fix. So, you know, we're gonna explain it as we go. Let's just start right now.
We're gonna get this Nova up in the air so we can get the shifter out of it. We're gonna get the speedo cable out of it. We're gonna take the whole interior out. We gotta fix the floorboards, and we're gonna take this back off. We're getting it ready to set the engine and tranny in it, so we can get the interior out of the way in the carpet because we have to cut the tunnel for the tranny, as you'll see later once we get it put together. So we gotta get it cleared out so we can fix the floorboards and clearance the tunnel. So we're gonna get it up in the air. So we got it up on the jack stands, leveled out pretty much. So we're able to get underneath it and get the bolts for the shifter and the speedo cable. We're gonna get it out of the way. So first we can get the seats out of this thing, see what kind of mess we got to work with. Man, oh man. So see, these door hinges need some love. Along with the whole car. So this thing's pretty nasty. It's got some old and busted carpet, some wires, who knows goes to what. So we're gonna get this all gutted out of here.
It's really interesting because we had it sitting outside when it was raining, so it smells a mix of old car and like raining. It you know the smell when it's raining outside? That's what it smells like right now inside. So
well, normally it has 4 bolts holding the seat in, but I guess this one just has 1. wait, it might be 2. Oh, that's got 2. Never mind. Got the extra long one out of there. Let's get the seat out of the way. These are the door seals that seen better days, so we're probably going to get new ones. These ones look like they got in a fight with something. Got our nice driver's side door armrest. So on these rear seats on these Novas, GM in general, oh, this one's not attached, but normally you have to push the bottom in to unhook it, but this one's just sitting in here. So we'll just take this guy out. And it's got these tabs on the bottom to hold the back. You kind of gotta straighten them out. Both sides. There's normally a bolt in the center, but this is missing that too. So then once you do that, you got to push up on it because it's hooked on the top. Oh, I just fell through the floorboard. This is the whole reason why we need to get this carpet out of here. The floor's got a little bit of an issue. Got to get all this cleared out. Let's get this other seat out of here.
how are we looking?
Like a disaster. Alright, we're gonna get this carpet out and give you a good view of this hurting floor. And all these nice wires. Let's get this carpet out of here and you can see what's going on. This thing is just oil soaked. It's a disaster. Gosh.
You drag along the whole car with you.
Yeah. So you can see that it was a factory stick shift car. Somebody made it an automatic. So we're gonna be putting it back to a manual because it has the 3 pedals. So that's why we're putting a manual in it, manual 6-speed. My goodness. Starting from scratch. Man, oh man. It doesn't stop. So you can see that obviously the rear floors are trashed, but the front floors are right behind it. So we got the whole panel floorboard, does the front and the rear. So we're gonna be cutting this out on both sides and replacing the floor pan. But this tunnel is gonna have to come probably about here, so it's gonna have to be raised up and brought back higher to clear the 6-speed trim mix that we're putting in here. So we gotta get the carpet out of the way so we can set the engine in here and cut the floor and see where we need to splice it in. But we're gonna get the shifter out of here now. Got the shifter out. Looks like a shotgun blast went off for the hole. I don't even know what it's for. Got a hole in the floor where your foot was. Little patch panel. Had a choke on it. We took the choke out because we don't need that anymore. I'm in the middle of getting the gauges out because we're gonna put the gauges in the dash. And gauges here. Got the fuel lines and brake line we got to get out of the way before we start cutting anything. So we took the wiring harness off, got it out of the way for right now, and I took the gas pedal off. We're gonna have to fill this hole. We're gonna have to fill all these holes. So this is where these little nipples are where the holds the firewall pad in. We're gonna fill those holes and we're gonna glue the firewall pad to the firewall so we don't have all these nipples sticking through. We gotta weld this up weld up all these holes, this hole, these nipples, and we got to fix the, we're going to use the heater. We're going to take it out and we're going to fix these holes and clean it up. We're going to weld all these up, have it all smooth. We're going to keep the wiper. Then we got to clean this up here. So that's what's going on underneath here. We're getting it ready. We're going to, next time we're going to set the engine to tranny in here. So we're going to go work on the engine now. We're going to get the tranny out. We're going to change the rear cover on the engine. It's the rear main seal and the rear, the engine cover. And then we're going to bolt the tranny to it. We're going to get it ready to drop it in here and see how it sits in here. It's been a little bit since we showed the engine. We did a little bit to it. We got the power steering pump put on it. Reservoir and the pump. It's got a little bracket, aftermarket billet bracket that braces it. It's got the pump on it. We got a set of spark plugs put in it, so it's all sealed up in the cylinders. The belt we had was too short, so we gotta get a different belt. That's why the belt's not on it. We're gonna take it off the stand now. We got a new rear cover. Comes with the rear main seal and the gasket. We're gonna take it off the stand. We're gonna put the cover on it. Then we're gonna get the tranny out. We're gonna bolt the tranny to it, and we're gonna get it moved over. And we're gonna get it ready to set the engine and tranny in the car and get it mocked up, the floor and firewall, and just see where it sits. Replacing this cover comes with the rear main and the gasket. It's stupid. It's cheaper to get the whole cover than it is to get the gasket separately. We're gonna pop this off of here. We still haven't finished the oil pan. We're having a little issue with it hitting the crank, but we gotta deal with that still. But for right now, we're just gonna do this because this gasket gets all hard and squished down and it starts leaking around this gasket. So I just did the gasket and the rear main at the same time. So we're just gonna clean this up, throw the new one on there. Then we're gonna bolt the tranny to it. Get this thing ready to sit in the car and see what it looks like. Got this thing all cleaned up, ready to go. We're gonna put a little bit of, this is the same as the front. We have the pan on here, so we get the cover even, side to side. That's why it's on here with no gasket still. But we're gonna put a little bit of just grease on the crankshaft, so it goes on a little easier. And everything else you just wanna have dry. No gasket on the oil pan. We're just using it to line up the cover. We're not worried about sealing the bottom. So this gasket just goes on dry. So when you put it up here, you're gonna push your little alignment deal for the rear main. So make sure it's up tight to the crank. You might have to pull these bolts out a little bit. But push this up tight to the crankshaft, and then you just slide the cover on. These get torqued, these are a little bit more. These get torqued to 22 foot-pounds. The front ones are 18, these ones are 22. So we're just gonna run them down snug. We're gonna put the two long ones that go in the oil pan in the cover, same as the front, to pull it down to the pan so it's even. And you just wanna put in there pretty much just till they touch. You just wanna suck it down so it's just barely pulling on it so it doesn't hold it up as you torque these. Make sure it's not too crazy tight. So it's not down nice and even. So we're gonna torque these. All right, we're not gonna put the flywheel on here right now because we're gonna have to put it back on the stand to deal with the oil pan, and it won't mount on the stand with the thickness of the flywheel on it. So we're just gonna leave it off right now. We're gonna get the tranny, we're gonna bolt it up to it and get it ready to sit in the car. So we got the Trimic 6-speed bolted up, just a couple bolts. We don't have the clutch or the flywheel in here. We're just using it to mock up. We want to see how much we got to clearance a tunnel and where the shifter's going to wind up being in the car. I think this is the first time we showed the tranny. We keep talking about it, but here it is.
In all its glory.
In all its glory. It's a 2014 Camaro stock 6-speed. So now that we got this together, come back. The next video we're going to have it sitting in the car, pretty much in the mounts. We'll put the intake back on it. You can get a look, have a little preview of what it's going to look like in the car. We can check fitment, see if we're going to move the engine or not. So come on back next time, check it out. If you're not subscribed already to the channel, please go down below. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video, and you just get other content like this here on the channel. Y'all come back now, you hear? Well, here's some more videos for you to check out. Hope you guys all have a great day. Take care.